Alright guys, welcome back to Queerful Consideration. It's round one with our black-white aggro slash control slash the hell is this deck trying to do? I'm going to go ahead and keep this hand. It's got some manas, which is important.
It's a questioning deck.
Questioning deck. I'm not sure I follow.
It's questioning its identity.
It is questioning its identity. And that's an important thing for us all to be able to do, is to question our identity. Bonded Construct and the Cold Blade, neither one of which are great attackers, but certainly Bonded Construct is at its best when it's blocking. It can't attack alone, but it can block just fine. Jumping in front of a 2-drop is a great thing for it to do, and when it does, it makes our Cold Blade stronger, so yeah, I'm okay with that. Alright.
All the land.
I do have all the land. That's good though, because that means if I draw, it means I've got enough mana right now to cast my 5-mana 4/4 flyer. And
anything else you draw?
If I draw my giant 6-mana 6/6 demon, I can cast that too. Opponent is apparently freaking out about my Cold Blade. Or lost their internet connection, yes. Alrighty. Can't attack alone. Illegal attack. No. Okay. Thank you, Magic. I know, it was an illegal attack. Well, that would trade off with both of my guys, so that's terrible. That's not going to happen. Well, now I do have all the lands I possibly need out of my deck. Unfortunately, there are still 11 more lands that I could possibly draw out of 31 cards. Just hoping I don't draw them. Force Mage makes one of these goblins a 3/3, which will then presumably attack in. Huh.
It's tapped out, so I can't imagine a combat trick.
Yeah. I'll trade that. Put a counter on my Cold Blade. Alright, 2-mana 2/2 flyer, or 3-mana 2/2 flyer. I've got a Cold Blade with a counter on it. When this guy comes into play, he'll put another counter on it, which will be pretty sweet. Puts extra counters on things that already have counters. Okay. How about I just take 3, or I just block you here and see if you have a combat trick. You do have a combat trick. Alright, congratulations on your combat trick. Very bold of you. Valorant Wardens, I will never allow to hit me. Alright. 3/3 and a 4/4. If he does attack in with everybody, I'm very, very, very suspicious of a combat trick. Woo!
You got him on the defense.
Got him on the back foot a little bit. question is, do I start attacking here?
Why wouldn't you attack with at least the flyer?
Well, because he stays back, he blocks a lot of their stuff. But, that being said, you are correct. I can attack him with him, hold back. I still have a 4/4 here. 4/4 and a 2/2. My 2/2 can trade off there. My 4/4 can eat something. So, yeah, an attack on his part is going to be pretty costly. I'll be surprised if he goes for it. Going for some of it.
And combat trick.
Absolutely a combat trick, but I'll make him use it.
Use those cards on these little guys.
Sure. He's just making this guy bigger. Now he's a 5/5. Well, that's 8 lands we've drawn now. Question is, do I go ahead and attack here?
Certainly with the flyer. Because at this point your 5/5 could probably eat something he brings across, and you'll probably survive the next, or whoever else he brings across.
My 5/5 can eat just about anything he brings across. Not absolutely everything, but just about.
Maybe I'm a little arrogant right now.
Well, Gigantic Growth is a card, and that gives a creature +4/+4. So this guy could become very big. Lightning Javelin does 3 to my face. And he scries a card. What did he do with his scry? Put a card on the bottom. Okay, didn't like what he found.
He didn't attack and he was tapped out.
It's true, so I could attack with both.
In that case, he might just stand back, let you attack with both,
Yeah,
and then go in for the kill on his next turn.
it's true. So I'll just go ahead and attack in with my flyer. And then we'll get a nice chump blocker down. Well, 2 more turns of this flyer and he's toast. He just has to come up with an answer for a flying creature. Reeve Soul. Destroy target creature with power 3 or less.
It'd certainly cut down his ability to get enough creatures to go around your blockers.
Might add that. He's got a card. Not sure what it's doing. Maybe it's Gigantic Growth and he's considering saving this creature. The longer he sits and thinks about this, the more likely I think this is Gigantic Growth. And he's wondering whether or not he needs to save his creature or whether or not he can let it die and he'll still have enough to swarm around my defenses and kill me. The answer, I believe, is not quite.
He's going to try for it.
Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and attack with only the flyer here. I thought about attacking with the Cold Blade as well. He's a big 6/6 on the ground now, but, you know, I got
Defensive options open.
got my defensive options open, and I still have a lethal flyer next turn. So unless he has an answer for a flyer right now, and he doesn't. Okay, so the answer is giant flying creatures is good.
I love flying creatures, especially if they're giant.
Who doesn't, honey? Who doesn't?
Well, I mean, when somebody else has flying creatures, especially when they're giant.
Yes, well, there's that. I think we're going to go ahead and just keep it the way it is here. I could bring in a splash of green for a Rock's Maulers or Valorant Warden, but...
And it was fairly close. He kept on putting critters out there.
He did.
If it wasn't for that flyer.
The flyer was the one that closed the door on the game.
Pardon me.
Oh, yeah. So they made another version of your card.
The Surprise Griffin?
No, not the Surprise Griffin. The Sunspire Griffin is Chandra's favorite card. But talking about...
Oh, another Chandra card.
Another Chandra card.
I kind of like the idea of having a Chandra-themed deck. Every card in it is a Chandra something.
Oh, that would be a good one. So, here we have your card. It starts out as a 3-mana 2/2 creature.
Oh, it's a flippy card?
It's a flippy card. You are now a flippy card, just like a werewolf.
Oh,
Start out as young Chandra here. You're a 3-mana 2/2 creature.
I like this idea of like young human or young wizardy people who grow up to be big badasses.
Exactly. That's the whole point of this. This is the
It's
origins, magic origin set. It's how you became a badass. So, yeah. So you can tap to deal 1 damage to a player, or you can attack. And whenever you cast a red spell, Chandra untaps. And if at any point Chandra, the creature here, has dealt 3 or more damage this turn, so like attacks, does 2 damage, you cast a red spell, untap, tap to deal damage, then she transforms immediately into the Planeswalker and can do 1 damage to, or 2 damage to target player.
You have succeeded.
Yeah, you met the victory condition, and so you transform.
Level up.
Level up to Planeswalker, and the ultimate here is 6 damage to every opponent and an extra 3 damage to every opponent in their upkeep phase. Pretty sweet.
So as long as you've kept your life total high enough. What happens if you say use that card and take everyone, including yourself, out? Like, how do you determine who wins then?
Oh, I don't know. But this only deals 6 damage to each opponent, not to yourself as well.
Oh, never mind.
So you can't take yourself out with that.
I misread it.
Yeah.
As in, I didn't read it at all. I inserted my own ideas into the card.
That happens. But yeah, they've got this cool transforming creatures mechanic, people turning into Planeswalkers mechanic in this set. It's pretty neat.
I like it.
Alright, waiting for our opponent to decide whether or not to play first. Also waited a long time in sideboarding. Let's see here.
Maybe they totally changed out their deck.
We have multiple 1-drops, we have a 3-drop, and we have our Giant Demon. So I'm going to go ahead and keep it. Because Giant Demon.
Last time it was the angel, this time it's the demon.
Yep.
Are you feeling pulled between 2 ends of your personality?
No. Absolutely not. I am feeling no conflict about my personality. Thank you, though. I appreciate the thought there. All set. Dragon fodder. Ooh, perfect. Runed Servitor. Blocks the dragon fodder all day long. And if anybody wants to get frisky, well...
They can come see your stereo.
Yeah, they can, the Rune Servitor there, when it dies, draws a card. So, friskiness gets me a card out of the deal. Go ahead and cast my flying 2/2 here. Next turn, I can Deadbridge Shaman and potentially a Crowan Jailer, but I would really love to start drawing some lands here so I can cast my 6-drop Demon. Keeps pumping up one of his goblins. Trade that off. Each draw a card. That's a Read the Bones. Read the Bones is good. Ah, he has a Sigil of Valor. Perfect in a deck full of goblins. So now that's a 4/4. He's thinking I might have to double block it. But instead, I'm going to go ahead and block with just this little guy. Or this little guy.
Can you use that instant to make your little guy on the right big enough to kill him?
Well, this instant gives him Death Touch.
Ah, so it doesn't matter.
So anybody can kill him. But the question is, do I want to like use my flyer to block here, and then I'm attacking in for 4 and offering a trade, but then this guy's swinging back in for 2.
Flyers can attack without being blocked.
It's true, flyers can.
And you get a bonus win.
When this thing dies, he has to discard a card.
But he's also big enough to kill somebody else, where that thing isn't big enough to kill somebody else.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So, I am tempted to just take 4 here. I'm tempted to just take 4 here. Next turn, I can use my Jailer to keep something tapped down or block here. Yeah, I'm going to have an answer for that. This Jailer can tap down whatever's carrying the Sigil every turn. So I'm feeling good about that. I'm going to go ahead and Read the Bones first. Eyeblight Assassin is not bad. Topin Freeblade is also quite good. But I need lands. I need lands more than anything else. I got there on a land. Now I have this guy to tap things down. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and attack with my flyers. See where he's going. That Jailer's a real problem for him, because that means unless he can deal with it now... Ooh, Orchard Spirit can't be blocked except by creatures with flying or reach. That would be a good target for this thing, except I can still keep tapping it down.
Now keep in mind, he does have that 3 damage to your face card.
He does, so I don't want to get too low. Come on, touch a moon glove goes on there. And that's a dead creature. Sweet.
Is that all your lands?
Well, it's enough to cast this big guy. Whew.
So now if that thing attacks as a 4/4, you've got a 6/6 flyer.
Yep, that's exactly right. And then starting next turn, I can just keep it tapped down. Seems good. Also, while he can't be blocked except by creatures with flying or reach, he does not actually have flying, so he can't block my flyer.
Mm-hmm. What's the special thing your demon does? Other than flying?
Whenever anything the opponent currently controls goes to the graveyard, I draw a card.
And you lose a life.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, reason not to let your life total get too far.
Exactly. Huh. Alright. It's pretty cool, but
Is there a combat trick with 1 force that he could get big enough to kill your 6/6?
yes. Which is why I'm going to double block this thing.
And he decides where the damage goes, or you decide?
He decides which creature takes damage first. There is a trick. It turns his guy into an 8/7. There it is. But I've got 8 power at him, so it's a 2 for 2 functionally.
Okay, so everybody gets wiped out.
Everybody gets wiped out. Hey! I draw a card.
For each of the dudes who is out there?
No, I just draw a card for the one permanent that he controlled that went into his graveyard.
Ah.
The Orchard Spirit. Bonded Construct is a fine card. Nothing special. Okay, so got some defense up here. Whatever creature he puts the sigil on, I will go ahead and tap it down. Beginning a combat step. He didn't actually equip it to anything. Okay, well, I'll block whatever you throw at me. All right. Three cards left in there. Yep. Oh. So I can cast that at instant speed.
Why don't you attack with mine?
Because my tapper is the only other guy who's eligible to attack.
You don't want to risk him or tap him.
Yep. Lightning Javelin on my tapper. I'll tap him down first. Take the damage. Now I swing in for 5 this turn. And once I cast this guy, I'm actually going to swing in for 7. Creatures I control get +1/+1. Swing in for 7. And then next turn, I will be swinging in for 5, 8. Seems good. My own sigil.
Currently has a death touchy dude out there, though.
He does. But he has to block one of my 3-power guys.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and attack here.
Well, could you equip the sigil on your little dude and then attack?
But
And he,
whenever this creature attacks alone.
Oh, that's right.
And this guy can't even attack alone. So
Never mind.
as it stands, he has to block one of these 3-power guys. Go down to 1.
And then on his turn, he has to have an answer.
Oh, he's got a big combat trick there.
It still doesn't change the fact that at the end of his turn right now, he has to have had
Still
an
needs
answer
an
to
answer.
stop you.
Yep. But that answer can be any creature. He's got 2 cards in hand. Any creature saves him.
Okay.
Not any creature, he's dead. Hey, you know what would be really awesome?
Are you about to ask me for something?
Yes.
Go right ahead and ask me for something.
I would love some whiskey.
Whiskey? Any specific whiskey?
Nope.
Alright.
Although I think the Lefroy is sitting in the cabinet.
Would you like a glass with it?
Sure, I'll be fancy tonight.
I love you.
Now, this guy just attacked me and left himself completely defenseless. Combat trick, but
He has to have something.
he had a removal spell. He could sacrifice his creature and cast his spell to put 5 points of burn on my creature. Now he has to discard his last card. What was that? It was a mountain. Okay, so now I have a creature that can't attack alone, standing all alone. I'm going to go ahead and can't attack alone. I will equip You with a thing that does something when you attack alone. Because I can't do anything else.
I figured a way to stop your advance at that moment.
Yeah. He's done a great job stopping my advance. Ooh.
I think you two are fairly evenly matched.
Very evenly matched. If I can just swing with this creature, I win the game. Hey! I win the game and the match. So, awesome. Looks like round 2 is ready to start. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in round 2.